We are Two Guys Playing Zelda, and you can follow us on Twitter at Two Guys Play Zelda or email us at twoguysPlayingZelda@gmail.com.
Welcome to the fourth and final part of the Goron Mines, and I will have to kind of rag on myself a little bit here. This part may contain my worst all-time Zelda playing moment in all the years I've been playing Zelda games.
This is my favorite part so far in all the videos we've done. This part's awesome.
Oh, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
I just don't like, okay, here's what happens. He just gets nailed constantly by these archers, and like, you try to take no, what's it called, protection whatsoever. But coming up right here is one of my favorites. I've never seen anything this great ever in a Zelda game.
And what gets me is,
you panic! You straight up panic! You panic right here! And you just go run and you just jump in the lava! Like, what were you thinking at that time?
No excuse whatsoever.
Hey, I can just see you, like, you that move. You had to just panic right there and just say, I'm jumping.
It was a combination of panic and thinking, hey, I don't have to kill all these archers, I can just go to the next area.
Yeah.
No, you cannot.
Well, do you know what you were thinking right there, though?
No.
You probably weren't thinking.
I honestly thought that I'm like, oh, I can just run across here to the next area. And I
no bridge.
It did not work at all.
I love, like, you have a ferry right now.
I know.
And you're like on 3/4 of hard. And you just look, like, stand behind a pole or something. Like, you're right in the middle of where they can shoot you.
I'm so lucky I didn't take another hit there.
Yeah, I don't know how you didn't.
But I did find at least a heart in that pot there.
I must have been using the restroom while you were playing this part or something, because I would have been like, use your ferry, get out of the way.
What killed me was I couldn't see where these guys were shooting me from.
Yeah, that's understandable, but get behind a pole or something.
I know, so I just sit here and just get blasted by
this. But you can see that's coming from the right, though. Yes, this is quality entertainment right here.
And honestly, there were probably only 3 guys shooting at me the whole time, and they just
they were all about 3.
They just murdered me.
Like I said, you weren't taking any protection.
No.
Any cover. That's what I'm trying to say. You weren't taking any cover.
I kept thinking I could line them up and get them killed, and it just resulted in me getting shot by arrow.
You were way too overconfident coming in that room.
Yeah.
And then you got rattled. You panicked, you jumped in the lava, and you were rattled.
I will say, I take it out on this next group of enemies, though. I was pissed off at this point. I was not want to use a fairy before a boss fight. I mean, that's embarrassing. But then I just unleash heck.
That whole room's an embarrassment.
There was no good that happened in that room. I just unload on these guys, though. Well, it's a lot easier to kill them when they're on the ground instead of shooting me from the leg.
With fire arrows.
I know. So, I mean, I'm pretty proud of how I handled these guys. But, like I said, I was taking out a lot of pent-up frustration.
Yeah, you just got beat up.
That was, like I said, we started the video, one of my least proud Zelda moments ever.
But like, you know, a lot of times where I have problems is like when I'm getting shot by arrows. Like you said, like you aim, and then once they hit you, like it takes off your aim, and like, you keep on thinking, I got enough time, and
you never do.
You just don't.
But thankfully, now that we're through that room, we've wasted a fairy. We're gonna come in and finally fight the boss.
This boss is pretty easy, though.
He's not a tough fight at all. He's a giant Goron, I guess.
And I think we see him later on in the game, actually. He helps us get into the hidden village.
Yes, he does.
Remember right before City Sky, we go to that hidden village where the servants of the royal family used to live. Right. And they died off in the wars or whatever like that.
Although I'm confused here. This guy's just been sitting here hanging out in chains for God knows how long. As soon as you walk in, though, he breaks the chains.
There's something with Link, man.
Why didn't he break him sooner?
I love the cinematic where he starts roaring.
Right here.
Just awesome.
It's like King Kong, right?
Like right there. That's just chills, man.
Dude, I would go running if I saw that. I don't care how chained up he is.
I'm going to make a picture of that and just put chill, man. Put it on Twitter. With him just screaming right in your face.
I hear like him screaming and then bursting out in flames like that. I think that's a very good cinematic.
Yeah, it is.
And plus, if I was Link, I would be peeing my pants when I see him break these chains.
Well, but yeah, you have to try for some courage, though, if you're Link.
Yeah.
You're like, who's this clown? You look at him and go, hey, buddy, this is a second dungeon. You're not that hard.
Yeah, I mean, although he got me good.
And I say that. He gets you on the first swing.
Hey, I think I handled him pretty well after that moment, but he's not a difficult boss fight. I mean, again, it is early in the game. Basically, he's got to shoot him in the eye with your bow, and then use the chains that he's dragging to trip him up, and then use your sword to stab him.
Now, how you can actually pull those chains that hard to trip him up, though?
I know.
He does look top-heavy, though. He looks very top-heavy.
You think he would just kick his foot and send you splattering against the wall?
I love what you do right here. You keep on rolling past them. I do that stuff all the time.
I was trying to do a jump attack.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And I didn't have my sword.
You gotta equip your sword doing jump attack. I do it numerous times.
But, hey, I mean, if you see anything like that elder, then he's already leaning halfway over to the front.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, it'd be easy to trip him over.
Just kick his hand out from under him and jump over.
Or his beard or goatee, either one.
But yeah, I just think
wrong. Kick his hand out from under him.
we do not advocate knocking over old men, by the way. We're against that kind of thing. But no, it's not a bad boss fight at all. I mean, he looks cool.
He looks very cool.
And I kind of like how you have to go through 3 things to kill him. You shoot him, you trip him, and it's nice.
Yeah, I kind of wish there would have been a second phase. Like, you know how a lot of boss fights, like we have the first phase, and then the second phase is like
where he mixes it up.
It's not necessarily a different way of killing him.
Yeah.
It's just he does a different motions or something like that, I guess you could say. And like, we didn't have that with this one, so.
He does kind of have a few other attacks that but since I stay so close to him the whole time, I don't think he gets a chance to really unleash them. It looks like he's trying.
No, he has no chance to unleash them. Bam! Perfect timing right there.
I stand corrected on that one. I kind of forgot about that.
You couldn't time that any better than you just did.
He unleashed it literally the second I
Yeah, well, actually that's the worst timing, but
yeah, for
our commentaries, it's the best timing.
Yeah. But I believe this is the end of him, though, here in a second. But thankfully.
Yeah, I think he's the last one right here. And I like how they, you do, I don't know, did you have to push a certain button to do that? Or
I think I hit the regular, I think the last strike just does that automatically.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
It was a pretty cool killing blow, though.
Yeah, it was.
And another touch I like during the boss fight, and I noticed this, like when you trip him and stab him, his fire kind of goes out a little bit. Then when he stands back up, he like throws his arms out and reignites himself. Just a nice effect, I guess.
And then kind of like I think he pulls up right here, but we'll see later on. You can actually see that it's that guy that'll help us later on. Like he turns back into the actual Goron.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that. Yeah.
Whatever his name was that.
I forgot his name.
It's not Darunia. That's over.
No, it's not Darunia. It's like Depths. I don't know. It starts with a D. Yeah, it starts with D, but I can't remember what it is either. To be honest with you.
But we did get the fused shadow.
Yep. Second one.
And Midna's pretty happy about that.
Yeah. Well, we're doing our work for her. Why wouldn't she be happy?
She's just chilling in our shadow the whole time.
Yeah.
I will say one thing that I kind of, I guess, took for granted in this dungeon compared to some of the later ones, you don't have to play as Wolf Link at all in this dungeon.
Thank God, yeah, because...
In some of the later ones, Arbiter's Grounds for sure, City in the Sky, I'm not City in the Sky, I'm sorry, Palace of Twilight, you have to play as Wolf Link. I'm not sure about...
Well, really, like, there's like pose in like almost every single dungeon.
Of course. You
kind of got to switch back. In every dungeon I've played, you've had to switch back to like Wolf Link.
Yeah.
But you only have to do to like get a Poe or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I did like that because, as me and Red have said, we're just not fans of the Wolf parts at all in this game. I think that's like I really love this game, and it just has so many fantastic dungeons. But just
I agree.
Like the dark part of the game, I mean, it doesn't really like maybe dislike it too much. But the Wolf parts just never was a fan at all.
The dungeons overall do help to offset that, and as we said at the very beginning, this was one of my top several in this game, and I think that does help to offset the darkness and the wolf parts, is how creative these dungeons were, really. And now that we've completed the Goron Mines,
we'll be wrapping this up right here, part 4, and then we'll be headed to Lake Bed.